Hi and welcome to my second vlog. So what am I looking at discussing today? What I'm going to cover is basically how the steps work. If you're looking at starting Cambridge Weight Plan, then the first port of call is to find yourself a consultant. You can do this by going onto the Cambridge website and inputting your postcode into the Cambridge Weight Plan Consulting Search Facility. This will bring up a list of consultants who cover your area, and then you can contact one, you can contact a few and have conversations with each of them and then decide which one you would like to go with. Once you meet with your consultant, they'll fill in what's known as a personal record form. So every customer is screened before they start Cambridge Weight Plan using the personal record form. So this will give us an indication of your weight, your height, your BMI, and any medical conditions, medications, etc. to be taken into consideration as to which step would be suitable for you to start a plan. Sometimes for some people, due to medications or medical conditions, etc., a medical inquiry would actually go into our head office medical team first for clearance as to which step you can follow. Once your consultant has that, then obviously they can get you started on plan. A few things that the consultant will discuss with you is lifestyle, which steps are available to you, and then the choice is made between yourself and your consultant as to which steps are available to you and which one you would choose to follow. So step 1 is 3 products per day for females of 5'8" and below. Step 1 for females of 5'8" or over, or males, is 4 products per day. Then you come to step 1B. Now step 1B is 4 products per day regardless of gender. And then you've got step 2. So step 2 is 3 products per day and a small protein meal using the food allowances that are in the list in your steps book. Then comes step 3, and step 3 is 2 products per day, a milk allowance and a calorie allowance for your foods during the day. Then step 4 again, 2 products per day, a calorie allowance and your milk allowance. And then you have step 5 where you drop down to 1 product per day. Again, you've got a milk allowance and a calorie allowance to use for your meals throughout the day. What can you have in addition to your products? So when you're on steps 2 or above, then obviously you have your food allowance, and then you can have teas, coffees, again depending what step you're on, depends whether you get the milk allowance to add into that or whether it needs to be black. You can have flavoured coffees, flavoured teas, and then 2.25 litres of clear liquid, usually water, per day. Again, once you get to step 2, then you're able to have the occasional sugar-free diet drinks. And once you get to step 3, again, the same thing regarding your fluid intake. And with your food intake on step 3 to 5, you're allowed to make healthy, balanced choices. So you can use the book as a guide, using the food allowances that are listed as a guide. So you've got green, amber and red foods. Green foods you can use every day. Amber foods, every 2 or 3 days. And the red foods you would choose once in a week. Now, using the list is absolutely fine. You can do that. That gives people the structure and the ability to sort of, work out exactly what to have, rather than sort of having to think about, well, what can I make? You also have the option of using your calorie intake from step 3 to 5 to make healthy, balanced meals. So it's not necessarily that you have to stick to the list in those. Now, what we also have as well, which if you have a higher BMI, and you should in theory be on one of the higher steps that include conventional foods, then we have what's known as a milk option. And the milk option is something that can be discussed with your consultant, and it's basically meal replacement products and an allowance of skimmed milk. And again, depending which one you should be on depends how much milk allowance that you get. So that's sort of a basic covering of how the steps work. As I've said, it's down to you as an individual, depending on your weight, your BMI, your lifestyle, etc., to discuss with your consultant to see which step is available for you to follow. Something to always remember, as I've said in my first vlog, whatever step you are on, it's your journey. Your journey may not be completely straightforward. There may be a few bumps or blips in the road. It is always best to try to avoid them and just stick to the plan as it states. Some people find that if they have a planned event or something, they'll discuss it with a consultant and talk about possibly moving up a step for that particular occasion. Or they may talk about the best way to stay 100% focused, which, as I say, it's always the best thing to do, to try and stick to the step you're on 100%. But that doesn't mean to say that you can't step up. So, for instance, for the first few weeks of my recent weight loss journey myself, I tend to sort of move a little bit more freely between having step 1B or doing step 2. So if for any reason, there's something going on and I'm out and I'm going to have that step 2 meal, then all I'm doing is stepping up for that day. And then on another day, I may decide that actually I don't need that meal that day, therefore I'll stick with 4 products per day on step 1B. There's no reason for me to have to be on step 1B or step 2. I can do step 1A, so I could just do 3 products per day. I just personally find that having 4 products per day works better for me. I have a busy life. I see my customers back to back on days that I actually see them, so I can be in the shop from 8 a.m. in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. So I find that I do what works for me. What also I will say is, don't compare your journey to somebody else's. I think I might have covered that in my first vlog, but your journey is individual to you. So, always have a chat with your consultant, always work out what the best things for you to do to stick to your plan and your step are. My journey for me so far, I've now lost £16. So when I vlogged the other day, I hadn't weighed in for this week, so it was exactly a stone. So I've now lost 1 stone, £2. I don't actually have a target in mind, so I'm just going to see where I get to by the time I go on holiday. I will move up the steps before I get to my holiday. Something that is really key to actually keeping the weight off is to ensure that you do follow the steps through to maintenance. You need to ensure that you're moving through the steps, doing the stabilisation process for each step until you get to maintenance. And then again, as I've addressed before in my first vlog, one of the key points to maintenance is keep in touch with your consultant. Now, I ensure that I keep in touch with all of my customers, even once they're maintaining. They have the option to pop by every so many weeks and come and see me, have a chat, weigh in. And again, as I explained in my first vlog, some people choose to use Cambridge Weight Plan products mixed into their conventional foods, etc., once they're maintaining, to help them maintain. Now, some people choose to just, follow a healthy eating plan. Some people choose to do a low carb plan. And again, the choice is yours. It's whatever works for you. So again, you would have a chat with your consultant the closer you get to maintenance and look at the best option that's going to suit you. Again, it's your journey. It's not about what somebody else does and what works for them. Yes, you can get hints, tips, pointers, etc. to sort of give you a more informed decision and enable you to decide what you think would work for you. So based on the information that I've just given you, as I said, if you're looking to start Cambridge Weight Plan, your first port of call is to contact a local consultant, and they can advise you what then to do, and you can make a consultation and pop along and have a chat with them. I haven't quite decided yet what I'm going to cover next. As I say, these vlogs is one to sort of show my journey, my weight loss on the run up to my holiday, but it's also to sort of give key points and facts about Cambridge Weight Plan, how I work with my customers, and hints and tips that I give them. So as I say, going back to talking about the steps, if there's an occasion that's coming up and it's an occasion you feel that it's necessary for you to not be on step 1 and just having complete meal replacement, and that you need to change that and be on step 2, step 3, then just discuss that with your consultant, and they can give you the best advice possible, tailored to suit you for your journey. I will try and vlog again. Not sure what that actually is, but anyway, I will try and vlog again. It's probably going to be in another couple of days, and hopefully you'll come by and see what I'm talking about. But until then, I hope you've enjoyed my content again, and I really hope that you'll subscribe, like, and come and watch what I have to say next time. Thank you, and speak to you all soon.